Hello guys, Jazz423 here, and I'm excited today to bring you the Little Lost Girl achievement in Black Ops 2 Origins. Now they are the steps from BO2 that we have to follow, which was in Black Ops 1 when we escaped the prison with Reznov. So the first step is securing the keys. Now the keys on this are the four staffs, the four elemental staffs, and you have to upgrade them all even before that's just step one. Now that took us an hour and a half with just 2 people, so if you're going to attempt this achievement, make sure you have a lot of time. I think it took us 3 hours 40 minutes to complete the whole Easter egg, the whole achievement. So be prepared, be very prepared, and have lots of time spare for all of these steps. So this is the hardest step, the first step. Well, I say hardest, the longest, grueling step. Once you've done that, you're going to want to go into the robots' heads, and you will see the bits where the wind staffs were have now been replaced with staff holders. So in order, you just seen there in Odin, I put the wind staff in. Odin is the middle one, that is the wind staff. Freya, the robot that goes over the church, you need to put the ice staff in her head. Thor, which is the one that goes over sleight of hand and the tank station, needs to have the lightning staff put in his head. And the fire staff goes underneath Pack-a-Punch, where you craft all the staffs in the first place. So once you've put the fourth and final staff into its holder, you should see something like this happen. There's just a load of blue stuff going everywhere, like that. And the holders get replaced with a red button like so. And by the way, for this step you're going to need to have all 6 generators turned on. So that's all 6 generators, and if something's not right, make sure you've got all the generators turned on. Okay, step 3 now, rain fire. Now you're going to need to have the Tokyo lantern here, the Tokyo lantern, whatever it's called. And I'll just do a quick guide here on how you get it. You pick up the stone that was on that table in the tank station, and you're going to want to take it over to the church. Now you need the upgraded melee to do this step, and I will show you how to get that in another video. I'll put an annotation on the screen and a link in the description. So once you've brought it to the church, you want to hold X and place it in the font, and then you just want to kill with your bro fist, which cleanses the fist stones. You know when it's done when the yellow souls of the zombies, after you punch them, stops going into the plinth, into the font, whatever it's called. Or you hear a noise, but I didn't hear it this time, but I just went and held X and picked up the clean stone. So once you've got the clean stone, you're going to want to hop down. Without touching the mud, you need to get it back to the tank station. The mud is the thick stuff that you can't run properly in. So what you need to do is drop down the hole in the side, run and jump onto the tank and take the tank. So you're going to want to take the tank until you see this wooden platform near sleight of hand generator 3, I believe, and then just run off onto the platform. Make sure you don't touch the mud. If you do touch the mud, just run back over to the font in the church, hold X, and it should cleanse it again, and you get another go. So you're going to want to take your clean stone over to the tank, off the wooden plank, down here, through to the tank station, and then place it on the table that you first found it. So next you're going to want to just get a load of kills with your bro fist in the tank station only. Now we did this by, only one person needs the Tokyo lantern, so we did this by, I was training by Juggernog, and my mate there was punching around the tank station and once you do enough it will glow a big bright yellow thing. You just hold X and it will replace your tacticals, and that is how you get the Tokyo Lantern. So the next step here is going over to this lake in the corner, and the person with the Tokyo Lanterns will want to wait there and get ready to throw them at that lake, which will have ice over it. The other player is then going to want to go into a robot and press the button. Hold X on the button and that should activate it. You'll hear a noise. As soon as you've done that, the other player should throw the lantern onto the ice lake, and what this does is make all the robots fire at the lake and break the so-called seal. You can see there, all hell's breaking loose over there. It's like a bomb site. Boom. Now the next thing you're going to want to do is step 4, which is unleash the horde. So you get a Maxis drone and send it off into the lake, and you are in trouble. I recommend getting staffs, because 6 Panzer Soldads storm out of the hole and come and try and kick your ass. Now once you've done the step with the robot heads, the staffs will appear back under Pack-a-Punch, so I recommend you go and get them before attempting to unleash the horde, because I think it unleashes 6 no matter how many people there are. So get the upgraded fire staff and just melt their faces with rock and roll. Not with rock and roll, with the fire staff, obviously. So you're just going to want to kill them all as fast as you can, and try not to kill the last zombie if you have one, because it just causes mayhem. But luckily we get an insta-kill, so normal service is resumed. So now step 5 we're on. This is Skewer the Winged Beast. We were approaching 2.5 hours here, getting pretty tired. So you're going to want to get a zombie blood, and I'll do another video on how to get this zombie blood that I get. And then once you're in zombie blood, you're going to want to look in the air and see a glowing biplane, the same as you did with the fire part, and you're going to want to shoot it down. Once you've shot it down, I recommend getting the fire staff out and charging it up, and there will be a zombie running clockwise around the bottom of the Pack-a-Punch hill. So if you run anti-clockwise, you'll run into him like I do here, charge up my staff and shoot him, and you know it's the right zombie if he drops a Maxis drone. And you notice I did that just in time. The Maxis drone will be upgraded now. It'll be stronger to kill the zombies easier, but that is not what you need it for. So you're going to want to go up to it, just hold X, pick it up, he says something and whatnot, and then we are on to step 6. Now step 6, you have to wield a fist of iron. So I'll put a link in the description, annotation on screen, how you upgrade the melee in the first place. So from a knife it becomes this the punching bro fist thing, the thunder punch. Nobody knows really what to call it, but basically it's just when you do your knife, if you press B if you're on tactical, or click in the right stick, you will punch as so. So once you've got this, you're going to want to go underneath Pack-a-Punch, where you craft the 4 staffs, and the Templar zombies' arms will be lit up. Don't kill them with your gun like I just did there, just kill them with a melee. Now you're going to want to kill 20 of these zombies with a melee, and you know you've done it right when they drop a drop. Well, they drop a drop. Does that make sense? They drop a drop like they would at double points, except it's the stone that you cleansed before. Now I recommend having a elemental staff while you do this, because if you have a staff while you get the upgrade, it will give you an extra elemental effect. So if you have the fire, it'll do a fire punch, the ice, it'll do a freeze punch, and so on with the other staffs. Now that is the drop, as I just go ham on the rest of the zombies. Pick it up, the screen will go white, and you should have your elemental upgraded Fist of Iron. So how we did this with 2 people, that's the Fire Punch by the way, is we had one person underneath Pack Punch getting the punching kills while we had someone else training by Juggernog. Now if you look behind me, well I'll look behind me now, you can see the massive train I have got there. So the plan for this is, I don't kill any zombies because we don't really want to start the next round, because that would just be mayhem. We get all of these zombies and take them into the crazy place. Now what this does is it makes them despawn, so it doesn't kill them, it just makes them respawn somewhere else. So some of them will spawn underneath Pack Punch, where my mate is trying to get the upgraded fists, and some of them will spawn back here in the crazy place with me. This is so the person underneath Pack Punch does not get swamped with a cajillion, babillion zombies all at once. Now look, I'm waiting until they're all around me, and then I go boom, run away from them. Then they should all spawn, split spawn between me and underneath the Pack Punch. Now we are on to step 7, raise hell. So what you're going to want to do is come back into the crazy place and put all the upgraded staffs back into their slots, so you can't use them for this step. So I recommend putting them all back and then spinning the crate to try and get the ray gun Mark II or the Mauser out the floor and upgrade them, because you will need monkeys and everything. I mean, we go through a full round of zombies and it still doesn't work. But when you're killing these zombies, you should see them filling up an orb which is above the middle blue circle, and you just have to keep on killing them in the crazy place until you see a white flash. Now unfortunately my mate there, Dan, he only had the type, I think he had the type 25 unupgraded, no perks, and he had nothing at this point, because he died like on round 22, 23. So we just kept on going and we just stormed in here, just guns a-blazing, and I mean I clutched this. I mean the ray gun, this is why it probably took so long. It's really hard. I recommend you get the ray gun. Look at this, I nearly go down. That was nearly the end. That was nearly the end. I recommend you monkeys, ray gun Mark II. I spun like 30,000 points and I could only manage to get the ray gun 1. So I just took it, upgraded it, and we've done a full round in the crazy place now. As you can see, we're on round 25. So I recommend you've got the riot shield, maybe a maxis drone handy. That's a tip, actually, keep a maxis drone on you at all times. Fortunately, we get a max ammo. We use our monkeys and kill as many as we can. You know, we are really panicking here, like, especially Dan. He's only got the type 25, bless him. But we just keep on persevering. Boom, white flash. We have done it. The achievement pops up in the top right there. Little lost girl. We run, grab a staff, and survive. Now if you want to carry on with this Easter egg, all you're going to want to do is set Maxis off, and he will go up into the void, and there will be this blue light shining on to the pillar in the middle. Now all you have to do, if you want to end the game and see the final clip, is hold X on the teleporter and boom! Game over. Easter egg complete. I don't know if you can see there, but I had no downs after 3.5 hours because I R2 Pro, and Dan had, I think it was 18. What a noob. Be sure to like this video, subscribe. I've been Jazz423, and I will leave you with the ending.
As the gates to Agartha opened, the 4 heroes were rewarded with riches beyond imagination. From that day forward, they knew that Samantha would keep them safe. Forever.
getting everything wrong. I told you before their eyes should be blue.
It's my turn, Eddie. I can do whatever I want.
But you don't even know how to play properly. Girls don't know enough about zombies.
Put some toys away, children. Make sure the windows are locked before you come down to the basement.
We'd better do what your dad says. I didn't even get my turn.
Tomorrow, Eddie. You get to make the rules. I promise. Come on, Fluffy.
I wish the heroes in our stories were real, Sam.
I know what you mean. But we will make everything okay. My dad says he has a plan.